I think urban bees are important because they're a connection with nature, and they're an incredibly sensitive indicator for how healthy the environment is, even for humans. So to have bees in the city, you can get in touch with nature and through them with how healthy the environment is. A lot of people understand that bees are under threat in Britain. But the message is more complicated than that, because the number of bumblebees that are falling into extinction are in rural areas where monoculture and use of pesticides endanger their habitat. Ironically, built-up urban environments with plenty of parks and gardens provides a very good habitat, particularly for honeybees. So one misconception is that cities are bad environments for bees. In fact, London has a greater density of honeybees than anywhere else in the country.
When we first brought the bees to the office, a few people looked a bit concerned, and a couple confessed to me that they had a sort of long-standing fear of bees. But that seems to have improved recently as the bees have settled in. And as long as the bees don't swarm in through the office window one afternoon, we should be fine. People seem to quite like having them here, and they're very interesting to look at, actually. You can sit and watch them going to work, and it's quite fascinating.
They're the only insect that provides food that we can eat and that we benefit from.
I think it's really good to bring bees back to Covent Garden, because Covent Garden was once the garden for the Abbey of Westminster, and this whole area was full of flowers. And interestingly, when you first look at it, it looks like it's a desert for bees, but on closer examination there are flowers and plants everywhere in London, and these bees can do really well here because there are no pesticides. Bees are an amazingly productive, well-organised ecosystem, really. And what I like about them is, when the sun's out, they're going to work. You don't have to worry about that. So bees obviously enjoy their work. I like to say that bees love Mondays, and obviously our marketing message is for people to find jobs that they enjoy, and I hope the bees are a good exemplar of that.
Everything in the colony is for the good of the colony. There's no egos amongst individual bees, and there's no decision making by individual bees for the fate of the colony. It's very much, however they do it, it's a collective decision for the benefit of the colony as a whole. To reassure people generally, I would say that unlike wasps, bees are defensive, so it's only if they feel under threat that they will sting.
What can people do to help bees?
Plant for pollinators and don't manage the open spaces so that they are effectively green deserts.